Good morning, this is your media report for Monday, June 23rd, 2014. I'm Sergeant Jay Henderson, Media Relations Officer for the St. John Police Force. This video is going to outline newsworthy events that transpired over the weekend from Friday, June 20th up until this morning at 6 a.m. We ask and encourage anyone that may have information that can assist us in any of our investigations to please contact us by phone at 506-648-3333, at our email police@stjohn.ca, or if you wish, you can do it anonymously through the Provincial Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477 or on their website crimemb.ca. To recap the weekend's calls, on Friday, the St. John Police Force responded to 152 calls for service. At 11:49 a.m. Friday, we received a disturbance call to an elementary school in the south end of St. John. This call was concerning a parent who was at the school yelling and swearing. This 38-year-old male who was causing the disturbance was yelling profanities in front of several young children as well as school staff. This male had left the school before police arrived but was arrested a short time later down the street from the dispatch location. He is facing a criminal charge of causing a disturbance and has been released on conditions with a future court date to answer to the approved charge. On Friday afternoon, we received a call to a residence off of Park Hill Drive in East St. John concerning a well-being check. A concerned neighbor had called and notified the police of this residence that had a front door wide open and a dog belonging to this residence was on the loose in the neighborhood. This was very unusual and asked the police to check on the owners and residents to make sure all was in order. We arrived and noticed the doors were wide open to this house, and upon closer examination, we located the owner's dog who was now inside this residence. While inside attempting to locate any of the residents, we located a small hydroponic marijuana grow operation. These plants were seized and an investigation is continuing in this matter. On Saturday, we responded to 132 calls for service. At 1:17 p.m. Saturday afternoon, we responded to the residence on Beverly Drive in East St. John concerning a break-enter and theft. A rear door was forced open, and once inside, the person or persons responsible stole a small quantity of cash. The break-and-enter was believed to have occurred between Friday afternoon and Saturday morning while the owners were away. This file is under investigation by our East Patrol Division. On Saturday night at 11:35 p.m., a 32-year-old male was arrested for causing a disturbance at an uptown drinking establishment located on Union Street. This male was reported to be fighting with all the patrons inside this location. He's facing a criminal charge of causing a disturbance and was also found to be on court-ordered conditions that he is alleged to have violated during this offense. He remains in police custody and is expected to make a provincial court appearance sometime today to answer to the approved charges. On Saturday, we responded to 105 calls for service. Early Saturday morning at 12:51 a.m., we responded to a vacant commercial building located off of Regent Street concerning a break-enter and theft. Our patrol members noticed a rear door window that was broke out, and upon taking closer examination, they heard and discovered water was running into the basement of this building. The building appeared to be abandoned and it had not been used for some time. It was discovered that the person or persons responsible entered this building and removed copper plumbing piping, which caused the water to free flow into the basement. A call was made to the St. John City Water Department and the water was shut off. The investigation is continuing. At 1:28 a.m., we responded to an assault that had just occurred involving two 21-year-old male victims and an unknown male suspect armed with a hammer. The two male victims were outside of a drinking establishment on Rossay Avenue when a male suspect arrived at this location and assaulted the two victims with what was described as a hammer. Both male victims received head injuries and were transported to the St. John Regional Hospital, where they were both treated and later released. Our major crime unit, along with our forensic identification unit, were called to the scene and are currently investigating this matter. At 12:27 p.m. yesterday afternoon, we responded to a break-enter and theft that occurred at an apartment building under construction off of Millage Avenue in the north end of St. John. One of the ground floor units were broke into and several tools were taken that has an estimated value of approximately $1,000. The break and enter was believed to have occurred between Saturday night at 8 p.m. and yesterday at noon hour. A canvass was completed in the area by our responding patrol members, and the North Patrol Division is continuing their investigation. At 4:45 p.m. we arrested a 34-year-old male for being unlawfully in a dwelling located off of Sewell Street in Uptown St. John. This male is also facing criminal charges in connection with a broken window at this location. This 34-year-old male was eventually released on conditions with a future scheduled provincial court date to answer to the approved criminal charges. At 11:37 p.m. last night, we responded to the report of a two-vehicle collision off of Marketplace in West St. John. As a result of this call, a 39-year-old female driver was arrested for impaired driving and failing the breathalyzer. She was also found to be a suspended driver and was issued provincial violations as a result. She has since been released from police custody on conditions with a provincial court date of September 24, 2014 to answer to the approved criminal charges. And lastly to report, at 11:51 p.m. last night, we responded to a hit-and-run collision on Charlotte Street in Uptown St. John regarding a vehicle that was side-swiped and that the person responsible, driver and vehicle, failed to remain at the scene of this collision. The collision is currently being investigated by the responding member. And this will end your media report for Monday, June 23rd. Have a great day and be safe.